A few moments later, you hear news that at one of the world's most advanced scientific research centers, another attempt is underway to bring an extinct animal back to life. Some people even claim that if science continues to progress at this pace, one day there may even be new hope for animals like dinosaurs. Hearing this, a question flashes through your mind like light. Is this really possible? Could animals that disappeared from this world thousands or even millions of years ago actually walk the earth again? Or is this nothing more than a Hollywood movie plot? Today, we will explore the answer to this astonishing question. We'll discover how far modern science has come, which extinct animal scientists are genuinely trying to bring back, which dreams are gradually becoming reality, and where even science reaches its limits. But to begin this journey, we have to travel millions of years into the past. There was a time when humans did not exist on Earth. Giant creatures ruled the world. Some dominated the skies, some the oceans, and others the dense forest. Then, time changed. The climate changed. The Earth's environment transformed. Volcanoes erupted, ice ages arrived, meteorites struck, and nature's immense system gradually turned countless animals into nothing more than history. The dinosaurs disappeared. The king of the frozen plains, the woolly mammoth, also became extinct. Australia's strange and fascinating Tasmanian tiger vanished from the world as well. These animals were once the rulers of the earth, but today their memory survives only in bones, fossils, old photographs, and a few videos. But humans are remarkable creatures. Whenever something is lost forever, people begin dreaming of bringing it back. People once said reaching the moon was impossible. Then humans landed on the moon. People said an artificial heart could never be made. Today, thousands of people are living with artificial hearts and advanced medical devices. Then, some scientists asked another seemingly impossible question. If we can obtain an animal's DNA, could we bring it back to life? The question sounds simple, but behind it stands some of the most advanced science in the world. Today, laboratories around the globe are conducting projects aimed at understanding the genetic secrets of extinct animals. For example, some mammoth bodies remain preserved in ice for thousands of years. The extreme cold partially preserved parts of their bodies and their DNA. That is why scientists have far more material to study from this animal than from many others. Now let's move on to another animal, the Tasmanian tiger. People who saw this animal said it looked like a combination of a wolf, a fox, and a tiger, although in reality it was a marsupial, meaning it carried its young in a pouch just like a kangaroo. Sadly, humans played a greater role in this animal's extinction than nature did. Excessive hunting, the destruction of its habitat, and human interference drove it to extinction forever. Today, many scientists believe that if its proper genetic material can be preserved, then perhaps astonishing breakthroughs related to it may become possible in the future. But here, a very important question arises. Even if science manages to bring an animal back, will it be able to survive in the same world? The forest where it once lived may no longer exist. The environment in which it breathed may have changed. The animals it once lived alongside may have disappeared. So, would simply recreating its body be enough? Or would its entire ecosystem also have to be restored? This is the point where science and nature seem to stand face to face. Then another question comes to mind. Why does everyone talk about dinosaurs? The reason is quite fascinating. Dinosaurs have become the greatest symbol of human imagination. Movies, cartoons, books, museums, and video games, dinosaurs are everywhere. But the reality is that dinosaurs became extinct about 66 million years ago. Over such an immense span of time, their original DNA has almost completely disappeared. That is why, according to current science, bringing dinosaurs back in their original form is considered far more difficult indeed, almost impossible compared to the woolly mammoth or the Tasmanian tiger. But there is one thing that is always remembered in the world of science. What is impossible today may become reality tomorrow, and it is this very belief that continues to drive scientists around the world to keep researching. Yet this entire story is not only about science, it also raises a moral and religious question. If humans begin bringing extinct animals back, would that be interfering with the natural order? Or would it be an effort to protect those animals and restore the balance of the earth? These are the questions discussed by scientists, ethicists, and religious scholars around the world. And the surprising thing is that there is no single easy answer to them. Even today, these questions remain a mystery for science. But the real surprise is yet to come. We have learned that many scientists around the world dream of bringing extinct animals back. But now, the real question begins. If scientists truly wanted to revive an extinct animal, how would they actually do it? The answer lies not in magic, but in something that exists inside the body of every living creature. DNA is also called the blueprint of life. Whether it is a human, an elephant, a lion, or a bird, the instructions for building every living organism are written within it. Now imagine that if the DNA of an extinct animal were found to be preserved to some extent, could that blueprint be read again? This is the very question that has become the focus of research in the world's most advanced laboratory today. For example, in the ice of Siberia, several woolly mammoths buried for thousands of years have been discovered whose bodies remained astonishingly well preserved because because of the freezing condition. Their hair, skin, and even some soft tissues were still intact in certain places. That is why scientists are trying to extract genetic information from them. But here, a major obstacle appeared. After thousands of years, Na does not remain completely intact. It breaks into tiny fragments, like the pages of a book being torn apart, scattered. Now think about this. If you had a book containing 100,000 pages, but only 30,000 or 40,000 of them remained, could you rewrite the entire story? Scientists face the very same challenge. Some people believe that humans are merely discovering the laws that have always existed in nature, while others believe that this power should be used with the utmost responsibility and caution. That is why, when discussing this subject, humility is just as important as science. Now, let's return to the dinosaurs for a moment. Many people hope that one day Jurassic Park will become a reality. However, current scientific evidence suggests that bringing back actual dinosaurs is extremely difficult indeed. Based on what we know today, it is considered almost impossible because no usable DNA from them is available. That does not mean science has stopped progressing. New technologies are emerging every year. Genetic research is advancing faster than ever before. Perhaps in the next 50 or 100 years, things that today exist only in our imagination may become possible. But one fact will never change. Nature will always remain more complex than humanity. The more humans learn, the more they realize how much there is still left to discover. Perhaps that is why this question remains so fascinating even today. Can extinct animals be brought back to life? The short answer is real scientific research is underway on some animals, such as the mammoth and the Tasmanian tiger, but they have not yet been fully brought back. As for animals like dinosaurs, based on current scientific knowledge, bringing them back to life is not considered possible. But perhaps the most important lesson of this entire story is not whether we can bring the past back or not. Rather, it is this: can we save the animals that are still alive with us today? Because if we fail to protect our forests, oceans, and wildlife today, future generations may also know these animals only through book, pictures, and museums. And then they too will ask the same question: can they be brought back to life? Perhaps by that day, science will have an answer to that question. Now just imagine, the year is 2055. Every news channel around the world is broadcasting the same headline. For the first time, humanity has successfully brought an extinct animal back to life. Within just a few hours, billions of people on social media are looking at images of this animal. Scientists around the world are calling this moment a new chapter in history, while millions of people are asking just one question in amazement: what happens next? Because bringing an animal into existence may be an achievement, but keeping it alive in this world may be an even greater challenge. Suppose scientists succeed in bringing a mammoth back to life. Then what happens? Will it be kept in a zoo? Will it be released into a protected forest? Or will a new protected habitat be created for it in icy regions? All of these questions are still facing scientists today. Some experts believe that if animals like mammoth were to live once again in the Arctic's frozen plain, they could help restore the icy environment to some extent. According to them, large grazing animals can affect snow cover and may play a role in reducing certain environmental changes. However, this remains an ongoing area of scientific research, not an established fact. Now imagine another scenario. Not just one, but 10, then 100, and then thousands of extinct animals begin to return. Could the Earth support them all? Would today's forest have enough space for them? And most importantly, would they become a threat to the animals that exist today? Nature's system has developed over millions of years. Every animal plays a specific role. If an ancient creature suddenly returns to this system, it is possible that the entire ecological balance could change. That is why many experts say it is not enough to ask, can we do it? We must also ask, should we do it? This is not just a scientific question, it is also an ethical one. If the world's resources are limited, should billions of dollars be spent on bringing extinct animals back? Or should those resources be used to save the animals that are still alive today, but are rapidly becoming extinct? Perhaps a panda, a polar bear, or a rare cheetah deserves our help even more. This debate continues around the world even today. And then comes a question on which every religion and every philosophy has its own perspective. If humans begin bringing extinct animals back to life, would they be interfering with the natural order?